And the floor is open for some questions, but we'll like to limit because she's running. It's a packed schedule.
She has to travel by 3 weeks.
Yeah. So, sir, please, ma'am, sure.
Hi. How do you manage the pollution in your three-wheeler? You're taking in the air.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's do 3 questions and then I answer.
All right, okay. Well, I've got the mic, so let me speak. Wonderful presentation. I am Sridhar Balan. I work in publishing. If you happen to put down your memoirs and your experience in India, I have a publishing contract ready for you. You have a very nice informal style, and I'm so happy that you managed to shake up a little bit of our establishment. I was very interested because we had so much of literary, and I had spent some delightful weeks in Mexico, in city and travel. And actually, when you mentioned the festival Cervantes in Guanajuato, actually it is somewhere where Mexico actually honors this great Spanish author more than what actually Spain does. And we do have Indian representation. In the year that I was, Astad Debu came there and did a dance. The exchange, and since I like to confine myself to the area of books, Mexico has a wonderful book fair, and India is the guest of honor this year. I travel a great deal. One of the things that I did want, I don't know who's your successor in India, is that we should have a part of the fair, we should have discussions where we can encourage reading among the young children and others. This is something that is a worldwide concern by UNESCO. I travel, I am a UNESCO delegate to World Book Capitals. If there is a possibility to carry this on, it will be very good. Otherwise, I'm traveling to Japan on Friday. I'll meet you in Tokyo. Thank you.
Thank you. Sir? Yes, please.
On the question of having programs for...
Yes, please.
Can I request everybody to limit the question?
Yes.
To a question. Limit it to a question. Yeah.
Yes, please.
What kind of Indo-Mexican relationship will be in post-Trump era? That's a very important thing now.
So these are 3 questions. Let her answer and then we can
Just
ask.
one more.
One more? Okay.
Yeah. So, few of us Habitat members have developed an app, Donor on Call, Blood Donor on Call, since you understand transport. So, the way you find using a GPS radio cab, Uber or Ola, you find a matching blood donor. And it is, it's the latest of IT technology along with IT Bombay and Silicon Valley, which has been put into practice, and it has helped thousands of people in NCR. A network of healthy, committed donors. So we would, Dr. Walia, would like to extend this as a gift to Mexican people who would like to use it.
Yes, we can not only do that, but we can also promote it in our many. Thank you. That's a very good thing. Let me tell you a little bit about environment. Air is one of those things that is very, very democratic. We all breathe the same air. Young, old, fat, thin, rich, poor. We all breathe the same air. If we think that the air is outside, we are wrong. The air is everywhere. So the problem with the pollution is that we are all affected by pollution. Of course, I go myself out to the elements, but that's the point of making a statement. To putting yourself saying, we need to change these. People are worried that what is the Mexican ambassador breathing? But it is all of us that are breathing that foul air of Delhi. So that's why I made an issue. We have been working in the last many years in India and in Mexico about the reading habits of our people, of our children especially. Our children are very good now with all of our devices that we put closer to them. It is us that puts the devices on a baby's hand. It is us that puts the devices on a young person's hand. And it is us that don't give our children more books to read. We don't sit with our children and read books. We had a couple of storytellers and we had a couple of book promoters in Bukaru. We also had them, Mexico was an invited country in Calcutta Book Fair, and in Delhi Book Fair, and we have been, last year we had a poet in Mumbai. So every year we bring Mexicans to the many literature festivals that you have. But especially we also bring someone specialized in children, because it is, when I say a nationwide, I mean an international wide problem, and problem is maybe too broad a say, but it is an issue that our children read less and less of books. It doesn't mean that they read less and less, but they read less and less of books. So that is an issue. Trump is not a problem for India or for Mexico. Trump is a problem for the Americas. It was them that decided to have a president like that. Many of us are paying the price. But India-Mexico relations will not be affected because of Trump. Actually, if you put it like that, and I mean, I don't want to sound, but it is an opportunity. It is an opportunity. When Trump started all of this issue with H-1 visas and this and that, we said, here we are. You want to send young Indians to work? Send them here. Because it means that you will have more investment in my country, and maybe 2 Indians will come, and 8 Mexicans will also have a job. So it is an opportunity. I've been trying for Indians to, some of you told me I was in San Diego, or I spent some time in LA, or I spent some time in San Francisco, or this and that and that. So nobody says how far away US is. All of you have a friend, a family member, somebody linked to the US or Canada. Mexico, as it is now, is the second largest trade partner of India in the Americas, only after the Americans. We trade more with you than Canada does. But you never say how far away Canada is. You never say, oh, how far away LA is. You can walk from LA to Mexico. Usually we walk the other way. But it is called Los Angeles. It is not called the Angels. That was Mexico. So we also had a partition. Hello?
Annexation.
Well, yeah, but partition. Annexation, partition, you had to So California, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, all of that was Mexico. It is called Santa Fe. It's not called Saint Faith. It's called Texas with an X. That was Mexico. So it doesn't matter if you go to the US or if you go to Mexico. You are still in Mexico. Thank you very much for having me.
Is there a extension that you'll take to that question? And the reason I ask is because we are in a multipolar world, and you mentioned the G20. So if you're looking into the crystal ball and you're going to be in Japan around that time, perhaps maybe.
I am. That's why I'm leaving.
Which of these two would you prefer as the next president of the United States, Kamala Harris or Tulsi Gabbard?
It's not for me to decide. It is for the Americans to decide. As it is for you to decide who's going to be the next prime minister that will go to G20.
Thank you.
We are diplomats. We obey by the democratic definition of the country. No. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you very much.